Bloods. It's your boy, Lord SSJ. Today we're back with another banger video here. And today we're doing what if Naruto had ice release. And how Naruto will have ice release, he'll be half Hatake. So this is how he will look when he's about 12. And yeah. So Naruto, let's get into the Nine Tails attack. Minato, when the Nine Tails is rampaging after his fight with Obito, he would do one-handed hand signs because he was trying to hold it off like with some ice beams or whatever, no ice needles, but it was like he was just like radiant. All the bloodlust was just melting now. He said, "Ice style, ice barrier jutsu, ice sealing jutsu." And it sealed him down like Nine Tails, like when Kushina used her chains in the game 3, I think. Yeah, Ninja Storm 3. So yeah. So he did that, and then he teleported Kushina and Naruto there, and he said, "Kushina, I'm gonna need you to hold down the Nine Tails for extra support," and she does. Naruto, he gets 75% because Minato did something else, and then he sealed 25% in himself. Actually, no, the other 25% in Kushina. Because if she would have got 50%, she would have died from getting it extracted and then putting it back in. So she had to get 25% just to stay alive. Also, because from the extraction. So, and they all stay alive, but Minato is critically injured. And until he gets better, he loses the Hokage. So so Naruto's 2 years older than everybody, so he's the same age as Haku. And in this one, Haku's a girl. Just to let you know, because I want that ship, because I think it would be a pretty good ship. So Naruto, we're gonna time skip to when he's 3, because nothing else happens other than him. Actually, no. Naruto's 2 when he learns how to talk and walk. And he starts saying, "Twainy, twainy." And Minato keeps saying, "No, you can't get trained until you're 4. So we're gonna time skip to when Naruto's 4. And he starts getting trained by Minato. And in his releases will be water, wind, and lightning. Water and wind cause to make his ice release. And lightning cause that's his secondary, I guess, cause you get it cause you're the Kankei Genkai, so yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So, yeah, that's what it is. So, Naruto, he was still learning tree walking, water walking. It would take him 3 months to master both of them, but he got it. And after that, he started doing kunai and shuriken. But Naruto really didn't like how bulky they were, so Naruto actually stuck to Senbon, because they were nice and sharp, and he put chakra around them to make ice needles, like covered in ice armor, so it would be like harder to like deflect and stuff. And he could yeah. So we're gonna time skip to when he's 6, and the Uchiha and them are pretty good friends. Fugaku's family and Minato's family, they're pretty good friends. So yeah. So the Uchiha aren't under suspicion because the Minato's a better Hokage than Hiruzen. And in this one, Danzo's dead because I'm gonna say when he fought when he was in the second war, he died too because he didn't get to be Hokage, so he went into battle and died. So yeah. So no Uchiha Massacre anyways. Boom. Boom. Cha-ching. And you're probably wondering, then how will Sasuke get his hatred? From Naruto, because Naruto gets everything. He gets everything he wants. So that's how Sasuke will get his hatred. So let's get back into the story. When Naruto's 6, Minato, he's the same age as Itachi basically, because if Sasuke's 2, so he's the same age as Itachi. Them two are friends. And they're going to be on the same team together because I think that would be kind of OP. So when he's 6, him and Itachi and Shisui always hang out. So one day when they're all training, Naruto actually unlocks his Kekkei Genkai, and he almost kills Shisui, which makes Itachi unlock his 3-tomo Sharingan, and Shisui is almost unlock his Mangekyo because he already had his 3-tomo. So yeah. So and Naruto says, "Oh, sorry, Shisui. It's just that my Kekkei Genkai, I just unlocked it." And Naruto says, "Can we go to like a river or something?" And he says, "Shh," and they say, "Yeah." And you know that cliff, and Naruto jumps off it, and so does Itachi, because this was after somebody's death, I think. Yeah, somebody died, and then they went to the funeral. Orochimaru was there, and said the death, and said there's no point of life unless you're immortal. So those two jumped off because Shishi was up there, and he said, "Itachi, Naruto," and Naruto, he gets pretty good with the air. He's like Aang, like he can fly. So he's gonna be able to manipulate the wind to be able to fly. Cause I like him being able to fly. Boo shakalaka. And this will be like his move. He won't teach anybody else like Konohamaru or something. Being dumb teaching him the Rasengan. But yeah. So Naruto says, Naruto starts. He uses ice. And he stops Itachi and himself with ice, and they go back up. And he says, "Come on, Shishi." I whip the pad like I get teen. I just got me a beam. Used to ride a steam with some hot as jalapeno. Bitch, I'm selling out of cream. Naruto, they jump onto the lake, and Naruto, he will freeze it. And then he says, "I style Blazer Dragon Jutsu," and then he would say, it would be like a water dragon. It would be like a twin serpent jutsu, but yeah, but with ice. Naruto says, "Okay, let's try this." Naruto, he slams his hand on the floor, and it starts snowing, like in the ravine. And he says, and it turns black, like from Seven Deadly Sins, black snow. He says, "Snow style, snow blizzard jutsu," and a blizzard causes you to be able to disoriented, like the Three Tails like called fog, and he disappears into the snow. And this is actually Naruto because I think it looks dope. So like, yeah. But let's try to find it. But this is how he'll look when he's like 16. You can't lie, that looks pretty fire though. But for now, this is him. Boom. So yeah. So let's get back into it. So Naruto, I just got me a beam. Used to ride a steam with some hot as jalapeno. Okay, let's get back to it. And those, not Kakashi, Itachi and Shisui, they would pass out. Naruto says, "Oh shoot." Naruto would create a shadow clone to carry both of them. He would walk up the cliff, and he would drop them off at the Uchiha compound, because they were like passed out. And when they were at home, he would be pretty tense. And instead of being stupid, Naruto actually senses that his ice chakra, because it's like half and half. So like, yeah, it's like 25%, half. So like his not his mental and physical chakra are 25% each, and then his ice chakra 50%. So you can actually sense it if you're like super good or a yuki. So Minato says, "So Naruto, I see you unlocked your Kekkei Genkai. When were you gonna tell me and your mother?" And he said, when I became a genin." And he says, "Well, you do know you and Itachi are already genin, right? I sent Iruka to look at you guys train, and he told us what you did. So, and you and Itachi are already pretty good. And you, Shisui, I'll put him on your team just because he's still a Genin and not a Chunin yet. So, twist, that's the team. And your team leader will be Kakashi. Because I trust him with your life. Me and your mother. And she says, yep. And you see her eyes go red, like straight red. And she walks over and punches him and says, don't ever keep anything like that again. And he says, then you might want to hear this. I unlocked my chakra chains. And she says, what? Why didn't you tell me? I can teach you. You're going to start training once or 8 with those chakra chains. And he says, okay. He goes to sleep. And he starts training we're going to time skip to when he's 7. And him, Itachi, are 7. And Shisui's 9. You know that one mission him and Itachi were on? The training exercise? But Naruto's there. And they see the Anbu. Not the root. The regular Anbu. Not the Anbu Black Ops. And yeah, that's... So, and he says... And Shisui yells, this is what happens when you get Shisui Uchiha mad. And he activates his 3-tomo soda and he says, I, Itachi Uchiha, will fight with Shisui Uchiha. And activates his 3-tomo. And Naruto says, I, Naruto Yuki, son of the 4th Hokage. Because the root actually got started by Orochimaru in this one. But, like, they're in a leaf, because, like, they're leaf citizens, not citizens, shinobi. And he said, I, Naruto Yuki, the son of the 4th Hokage, will fight along Shisui and Itachi Uchiha. And you just see him get some freaking not water, some ice armor. And he says, stand back real quick, let me get... And he says, time for my new jutsu. Snow style. Black storm. Jutsu. And this is different from black snow jutsu. Black storm. Like if you get touched too much, you will die. And Naruto says, you cannot evade this. Let's go. Itachi, Shisui, I need some humanities. Shoot fireball jutsus up in the air, and you just see a big cloud. And Naruto says, perfect, black, snow style, black 3-headed dragon. And so 3-headed dragon, and it coming straight for all 3 of them. Well, there's 5, but like it's going for 3 of them. The important 2, the other 2, Itachi and Shisui will get the ones that they were actually fighting. So, and he says, you can't get away from this. Shadow Clone Jutsu. And Itachi says Shadow Clone Jutsu, so does Shisui. So there's 2 Shisuis, 2 Narutos, 2 Itachis. So it's 6v5. So they start running. Naruto versus the leader and a different guy, his clone. And then the one guy creates a clone to fight the other Shisui clone. And the real Shisui fights him. And the clone and them fight the other 2 people. So let's start off with Naruto, then Shisui, then Itachi, okay? When she's throwing her wires, Naruto's actually putting ice tracks on them. Like, putting, like, ice on them. So you'll see what's gonna happen. And she says, I got you in my trap. And when she pulls it, Naruto says, no you don't. He breaks the wiring. He breaks it. And says, you thought. And he stabs her. And then let's get into Shisui. Hold up. And he says, you shall die like you were gonna make me. My clone already took care of your other friend. And all he did was like kill the clone instantly. Like the other guy, his clone. So let's get on to Shisui. Shisui, he's in the water, and he does images clones, but like they have no mass. So like you can't like destroy them. Oh shoot. But yeah, so Naruto, he would hold up, I gotta go answer the door. Shisui, he kicks the guy in the back of the neck, But and the guy, he doesn't do anything. He slams it, and Shisui says, "It's time to finish it." He slices the guy's torso, kicks him in the chest, which makes it bleed like even more. He kicks the guy in the back, and then kicks him into the ground, and then snaps his neck. Itachi just kills him like quick, cause he's not like that. He doesn't want him to suffer. But yeah, so that's what happened. And then the guys come and says, "Good job. You guys passed the exercise. You are now tuning by the fourth Hokage." And they say, "Cool." And yes, he's tuning at the age of 7 because he's a mega prodigy. So, and Sasuke's only 5, so yeah. So they all enter the Anbu, not the route, just like regular Anbu. And Kakashi, he's actually in the Anbu since they were promoted to Chunin. They all are on the same team. But Kakashi is the team leader with Yamato. So this is the people on Team Rio: Naruto, Itachi, Shisui, Kakashi Hatake. I just like saying that. And then Yamato and like an OC character or something. I don't know. But yeah. And they got a mission to go escort some people from the shadows and make sure it's a real treaty. And it was a fake treaty. They started attacking the regular ninja, and they did actually damage them pretty badly. And they come out and say, "You guys leave. We'll take care of them." And Naruto says, "Ice dome barrier, black snow." And then it's like an ice dome, but it leaves open like this like tiny thing, and the black snow gets into it. So unless you're super skilled, you can't get out of the dome. Unless you got like super hot fire jutsus, or you all do like a big jutsu, like combination jutsu or something, you're not getting out the dome. And this kills 5 of them out of the 7. And they all say different jutsu. Naruto says he freezes the floor, ice style, ice twin dragon jutsu. And then Itachi says fireball jutsu. Shisui says halo dance slash. That's where he does the halo dance, but slashes and it creates like fire things. But I don't care. And my boy Kakashi says earth style mud wall for defense. But still pretty good, because they actually fire back with a pretty strong jutsu. Lightning style lightning collab. Like, it's where they collab two lightning jutsus to make like a big thunderclap or whatever. And yeah, and it only broke the wall. And they all say, "Thanks, Kakashi. Without you, would have been toasted. Just like them. They are now." And you just see 8 dead bodies on the floor. So they go back, and the next day is Itachi's birthday. We'll go over that in the next part. See ya!